Hi, welcome back. So now we're gonna pretty soon continuing on into the ship. Right now we're gonna work on the boosters. Actually make a booster or thruster, then do a little type boosting type thing. Before that, I'm gonna organize my folders a little bit. So in here in my prefabs folder, I'm gonna make a new folder in here. I'm gonna call it ship stuff. So he has the bullet, and then I'm gonna make another one later on folder. Let's see, camera stuff, and put the pointer up in there. And now inside here where we got our ship stuff, I did show you how to do sounds kind of actually in the bullets, which is audio source to play clip up point. If we do something like that on the thruster, it's gonna be weird. Like when you press forward, for example, it registers frame rate, so it's going to play the sound over and over and over, loop it, but it's not gonna like play the sound, let it finish, then loop it. It's gonna just kind of restart it every frame, so it's not gonna sound right. So the way to fix that is actually instantiating a game object that has an audio source on it. So inside here in my ship stuff, I'm gonna create two empty prefabs. So one is going to be the thruster sound, and the other one is going to be the booster sound. So folder, prefab. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set up the thruster. So go to game object, create empty, then name it thruster sound. So one thing you want to add to it is a component of type audio source. So audio source, and then just leave play on awake. There's gonna be a setting in here. It says minimum distance on the 3D sound settings. Just increase that a little bit, so your curve kind of looks like this. Because the normal curve that it has, you won't be able to hear the sound well, and the other players won't be able to hear the sound. If you increase it like this, then they'll be able to hear you from a distance. If you do it the way I did it earlier, like with the sound, checking off the 3D sound, then everybody's going to hear thrusters sounding like crazy, no matter how far you are. So eventually that hit sound needs to be improved in some way, which will be the best way of doing it, just like this. Okay, so now where it says audio clip, I'm going to go ahead and go to sounds, sound effects, and then drag the one that says thruster. Then you can go ahead and save the scene and play it so you can test it. And if you move around, you're gonna hear the sound go weird. That's because the sound right now is just out there. So now you can go ahead, this thruster sound, drag that into your prefabs. And then now you can delete this one out now. We're gonna do the same thing with the booster. He will have two sounds. So I'll create empty, and then we're gonna go booster sound, component, audio source, and then I'm gonna add another one, component, audio source. The minimum distance, just increase it a little bit on both of the audio sources. For the top one, I'm gonna add the regular thruster sound. Now for pitch, just increase the pitch up to 1.5, and for the bottom one, just do the boost sound, and then just go ahead, play it, test it. So if you increase the pitch, the thruster will sound a little bit different, so it doesn't sound the same as a regular thruster. And then go ahead, drag that into your prefabs, and that's it for setting up the sounds. On the next video, I'll teach you how to actually play them out. We're missing to do the actual particle effects. Okay, you have another one. And make sure you delete that out of the scene.